How's it going, taggers? It's Matt and welcome back to another 360 archive video. This is from a very long time ago. This was probably from when the Fury film came out, as I'm in the Fury. I can't remember when that was. It was at least a year ago. Pardon me, frog in my throat. Yeah, well over a year ago, possibly even nearer 2 years ago this was. Just from looking from my setup on the screen as well, I've got the round map loaded, which I don't do anymore. And I wouldn't suggest you do. It gives you a lot more detail for the sort of 200 meter radius around you, but look at that, even someone pinging a grid square, you can't see the grid square. You can't see if you're being flanked from a distance, you can't see if friendly tanks a long way away need your help, just stuff like that, and that's why I recommend you use the big map. And also my ammo loadout. Fury doesn't get prem matchmaking. And I carried, at this point, 5 rounds of Primo APCR. Yeah, and I used to make do with that, which I wouldn't do anymore. I reckon if I looked at my Fury now, I've got at least 10 rounds loaded. Yeah. So that's probably why I never used to have problems with silver, and I do now. So kind of my own fault. But the games are just different now. The days of everyone just sat back firing standard rounds at each other, they're gone. Most people now, if they bounce 1 or 2 standard rounds, they'll switch to their premium, and I'm just as guilty of it as other people. Anyway, on to the Fury. It's just an easy 8. The stats are very slightly different to the easy 8, but only very slightly. So it is basically just an easy 8 with a nice paint job, some logs, some helmets hanging off of it. And it makes premium credits, and that's it, basically. Premium experience. Yeah. So just an easy 8. If you didn't get a Fury and you really want one, just drive the easy 8 and pretend you're in the Fury. I paid money to be in the Fury when you can just grind credits and be in the easy 8, so don't worry too much about it. Right, you see I'm in a platoon with Sergeant Larson. Not seen him around for a while. Not seen him on the channel for a long time either. Don't know if I've upset him or he's just not into tanks anymore. Really don't know. Anyway, so this game mode, some of you won't have seen it. For you guys that have not been playing the game that long, this used to be the Westfield assault mode. Used to assault from one side of the hill up to the other side. It used to be a lot of fun. We don't have it anymore. I used to really enjoy this mode. Mainly as an attacker, it was fairly hard to defend, because most of your tanks would just go and sit on the hill behind the town. One enemy tank, well, one tank from the team I'm on, the attacking team, would just go and spot them, and the rest of your team would just sit slightly out of range and just pummel them with rounds. A bit like this, really. But when you've got the rate of fire of the Fury, that's the best thing for you to do, especially in a tier 8 game like this is. Only just under 4 minutes gone, and half the enemy team are dead, and I've not done a huge amount yet, but that is going to change. My gunnery skills have been just a little bit better here. I could have literally been just round after round of damage. Fury, the rate of fire on it, if you get flanks of people and you're accurate, the damage to knife build up quick. Right, so we get one into Cromwell. Unfortunately, I don't start leading enough now. The Cheeto was not driving as fast as the Cromwell. When I first started shooting at the Cromwell, I was given the same amount of lead as I was for the Cheeto, so it took me a few shots to get my lead in. See there, he goes up a hill and he slows down, so the lead I gave him for going on flat ground was not good enough for the lead going up a hill because he slowed down. Right, switched to my Primo rounds, I only had 5. Again, if I'd have had 10, I probably could have got the kill on this movement. 1 left. Depends, luckily. Now back onto standard rounds. Hopefully just keep him tracked here, pick up some assist points. There we go. 2 tanks left. Hopefully I can hoover up all this damage. Yeah, this rate of fire is awesome. That's what the Easy 8 and the Fury are good for. They're not, I don't find them particularly good tanks, to be honest. I would much rather be in the Knight or a Cromwell but for flanking and side shots at long range, the Easy 8 is one of the best at tier 6. The rate of fire is awesome, and if you stick Cola on this thing and you play it as a support tank, the amount of damage you can rack up is just crazy. Right, so one tank left alive. It is a FCM 50T on the enemy's team. He's not quite full health, but he's got a 90mm gun, and I don't. And I'm out of Primo. Come on, I've got his side. As soon as he turns, I'm going to have to look for a different shot. And he hits me. Ah, that was a bad shot. That was off his upper plate, so now I need to hit his hatch. And he's firing APCR at me. What a punk. And there we go, team finish him off. 30 penetrations with the Fury on the old Westfield assault mode. With the results then, decent amount of experience, nice amount of credits for a tier 6 premium. You can see us on the old results screen, used to get told individually what sort of damage tickets and stuff you did. It did take a lot longer to roll through, or you could press A to skip through, and then you had this sort of damage tracker on the right. I think I prefer the new UI for your damage results. So there we go, 3,200 damage and 2,383 experience, I think that says. At that point in my World of Tanks career, I think this was my highest base experience game of all time at this point. Obviously I've gone over it now. My highest at the minute was that IS2 game at nearly 2.9k base XP, but that was most definitely an anomaly and not something I do every day. Well, there we go, fellas. Hope you enjoyed this older replay. Give it a like if you did, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.